Hello my friends and welcome to another pick a card reading. This reading will be for your blessings that are coming in the next month. This is a timeless reading, and whenever you find this reading it's relevant for you. I decided to pick the cards while we're here on the screen, so let's have a look for the piles. So for pile one, let's have a look for my pile ones. Okay, we've got a load of cards that have just ended up. I think that one wants to get picked for pile one. Pile two. And let's have a look for pile three. Blessings coming in the next month for my wonderful collective. Okay, there we go. There's our three choices. Let's have a little look at what these cards are. But before we do, actually, this is going to be your choice. So you've got pile one, pile two and pile three. Timestamps will be in the description box below, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hello pile one and welcome to your reading. So you chose this card. Let's see what it is. Wow, patchouli, earthy vibes. We also have the sign of, I think that's the sign of I think it's the sign of Capricorn, actually. Yeah, the sign of Capricorn. I'll double check on that. But the sign of Capricorn, we have, it's really interesting because it is a very earthy scent, but that doesn't look like the earth symbol. Maybe I'm just not looking at it right, but let's have a little look. It's actually an air element, which is really interesting. So yes, we do have Saturn, the planet of Saturn here, and then we also have the house of Capricorn, and then the base chakra, which is Muladhara. So it's really interesting. There's this kind of like grounded sense that you're needing to imbue for this coming month in order to receive whatever is coming anyway, this blessing that's coming into your life over the next month. It's going to enable you to be grounded, feeling more stable, feeling more together with how things are going to kind of go forward. But even though there's that element, there's still a very ethereal, with the element of air, there's still something that is connecting you to the divine, something that is encouraging you to kind of move on and move through things in a way that is grounded and connected. So let's have a look at what the tarot wants to say about this. Okay. Interesting. So there's a sense of honesty that's going on here. Wow, Two of Swords, Seven of Swords. And Eight of Cups. Okay, so there's something that you're not quite able to walk away from yet. You're still kind of having to bite your tongue and not really be able to get away from something. So interesting. It's the middle of the day and I always yawn whenever I do particular readings. I don't know if it's because of like lack of oxygen, but as I think I've said in quite a few of my previous readings, that when divine energy comes through, there's often a yawning going on. I found it particularly when I was working with plant medicine. So, or when I've watched people working with plant medicine. But there is something here that's telling me that how you're wanting to move on from this situation is not going to be, you're not going to be able to do it quite just yet. And there's going to be like a kind of grounded sense that needs to be employed in order to cope. It's almost like there's still some loose ends that need to be tied up, to be honest. Let me just have a look. Okay, yeah, 2 of Wands. Yeah, you're kind of, I wouldn't say stuck, but it's almost like you can't move forward yet. You have to stay there for a second. And the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, this could be like a work situation or something that where you're in a situation with other people where you know that you can't work with them and you can't actually be with them in that context. You can't seem to agree in that respect. But then you're going to have to kind of like just kind of stick with it for a bit. Let's have a look how you will move through this and what's the kind of lesson that's going on in this. Four of Swords. This is giving you the opportunity to be able to not really do much. Sometimes we feel we have to do something in order to make things happen. What this is saying is that you don't need to do that. You know, there's almost like you don't need to kind of go forward with it. You don't need to enforce your opinion. It's almost like you just can allow things to be as they are. And things will work out, but it's quite difficult, particularly when you're in a position where you feel like you want to do something about it. I totally hear that. And it is very frustrating. It's almost like you're having to kind of like deal with it. But this is an opportunity for you to kind of learn how to do nothing. If that makes any sense. Okay, so we've got the 3 of Pentacles again reversed. Wow, Ace of Swords. Okay, reversed, and the 9 of Swords. Okay, so I mean, you know, the more you try to enforce something upon this situation, the worse it will get. So it's really important just to kind of just let things wash over you. There may be a sense of where you're not able to do that. So whatever you can do, and I would fully recommend getting some patchouli and working with patchouli, working with the essential oil. It's an amazing essential oil to ground and kind of stabilize you, particularly in a space where you're not grounded, or where there's an inability to become stable. I think it's really important. Let's have another look. Okay. I think this is going to be very useful for you to get rid of some things that haven't been serving you at all. You may have thought that a certain thing may have been, you know, helping you, serving you, but unfortunately it's not really been as lucrative as you thought it might have been. If this is a love situation, there may be an instance where it doesn't work out, and you know, priorities are lying elsewhere. But there is something a bit bigger that's happening in the that's coming up. Like, it seems that there's bigger. It's almost like this thing, which may have been a fixation on something that was small, or something, you know, because it's immediate, you know, you have that fixation and you think, oh yeah, that's the kind of end goal of things. But then something even bigger is coming. This is really reminding me of the Strength card. So kind of your strength will be rewarded through this, particularly with these 3 here, with these major arcanas here, because we didn't have really any major before, and then they've just turned up here. Okay, we've got the 8 of Pentacles. So yeah, this is going to be a real opportunity for you to kind of consolidate your own sense of values. Yeah, oh nice. Page of Pentacles will come up again. I've got a feeling that that'll be you, or there will be another opportunity that comes in, and then we've got the Sun. Fabulous. So what I'm sensing is that this situation is going to be a frustrating situation, very frustrating at the time. It's going to go really quick because we've got like pages, we've got major arcana, we've also got wands as well. But then it's almost like when you concentrate on what you're doing, and basically if you end up like distracting yourself or something, like say if you do work or whatever and you're trying to distract yourself with work, that will really help you to like be happy and kind of, yeah, I would say distract yourself. That'd be the best thing to do in times where you feel like you can't do anything. Only work with what is within your control, and that will help you. Pile 1. So, and I think it's going to be a real blessing in the respect that you're going to think that you lost out on something. You're going to think that, oh God, this situation, it was unfair, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't treated, all these things. It's actually going to be a massive blessing for you. A massive blessing. It's very unexpected as well. You're really not going to see it. Okay. Winds of change. Your surroundings will undergo transition. I've got a feeling that you honestly won't see this coming. I think that, you will think that nothing is changing. You will think that everything is staying the same. But in fact, there are forces at work that will be changing things for you. And I don't think that you'll be fully aware of what's happening. But I think it's really important to keep not only a positive mindset, but I also think that it's important to just make sure that where your attention is that's where attention, energy flows where attention goes, right? So just make sure that your attention is on your own garden rather than thinking about what else is going on. And then to close out the reading, I've just pulled one of these cards from the Rainbow Brain Skull deck. I used to live in fear, so I know the area well. Yep, it hasn't changed much. Interesting. I used to live in fear, so I know the area well. Yep, it hasn't changed much. So it's almost like you know this territory already. You know how it goes. You know how these things run. You know that this is the way that things happen. There's nothing really that you can do to change a situation, but what you can do is you can change your reaction to the situation. So, and what's really interesting is that even though he's driving in the car, he's still like a rainbow color, or the character is still a rainbow color, and it's going through this kind of like dark phase. So just keep on driving, and making sure that you don't kind of get sucked into this 9 of Swords, because it's not seeming like the best. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, but with those cards behind there, particularly starting off with that King of Wands, and then this last line here, it kind of tells me that there's something really amazing to look forward to. You've got some good things to look forward to, but you may not be able to see them just yet. So hang in there, pile 1, hang in there and use some patchouli. And remember, it's so Saturn. So anyway, my darlings, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, you take care. Have a beautiful day. And I'll speak to you really soon. Bye. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. So you chose this card. Let's see what it is. Wow, Palmarosa. I love Palmarosa. It's so beautiful. Palmarosa is a essential oil that was kind of a fake rose, but it's so beautiful and so refreshing and gorgeous. It really kind of resonates strongly with this beautiful energy of Libra. And then you've also got the air sign here and also Venus. So there's a real sense of beauty and heart-centered energy that's going on here. So there's something very nourishing I'm feeling for you, pile 2. something that's going to really help you to bloom, grow, and also this idea of the grass as well, like the grass being green and being lush and being full of energy and also vitality. There's just some energy here that I'm feeling, which is really nice for you, pile 2. So let's have a little look at what the tarot wants to say about that. But yeah, gorgeous energy there. Really nice and vital. So, and also you're going to see the fruits of something that you may have been working on over the last couple of months. It may not be something too long term. It might be something a little bit more recent because of the idea of it being grass, but still Palmarosa isn't it isn't a small grass. It's a pretty big grass. So like, it may not be a major project, but it's something that you may have like put into, may have planted seeds of, and you're seeing something come through, and it's generating some really beautiful, like, loving vibes within yourself. Okay. Wow, Ace of Swords, nice start. Okay, so, you know, I think, and what's really interesting is that we have like the red and white rose here of transformation, and also, I don't know, it looks, there's a similar theme going on here in terms of the colour scheme, so interesting. And then we've got the Chariot, got the Nine of Wands, got the King of Cups reversed, and then we've also got the Tower. Interesting. Okay. Right. I mean, big cards here, pile 2. It's almost like the grass that comes through the concrete. You know, concrete seems so hard and so kind of intense. We think, oh my God, you know, nothing's going to break through concrete. And then all of a sudden you see these tiny little shoots of grass that come through. And it's quite remarkable to see how Mother Nature kind of pervades, you know, the way that humans try to obliterate it. So there's something that's happening there. And I don't know, I think that might annoy some people, you know. Some people may feel that it's destabilizing, which is so interesting. It may be that you are in a situation where you have said certain things because you've wanted to speak your truth and kind of be honest with who you are. But then it's rocking the boat a little bit. And things haven't moved as forward as you would have thought, but it's actually getting some people's backs up. And it's actually causing some kind of destabilization in a good way, in a really good way. But and it may not even be you, like it may be something that happened to you or so, but it seems to me like there's something that involves you that's happened, and it's kind of destabilizing the place. So maybe, you know, someone's speaking on your behalf, or maybe you were involved in a situation that somebody spoke up about. I'm feeling like a work situation or something like that. And particularly with the Nine of Wands reversed, because, you know, I don't know, when I see the Nine of Wands reversed in this respect, particularly with the Chariot reversed, it's almost like there's an inability to take any action at all. Like here, there's a sense of like this is almost like a sense of like ultimate defensiveness and entrapment, but in this way I feel like it's a stalemate, like you can't even move. Interesting, because it's quite similar to pile 1 in that way, but like it's almost like you see the tower falling around you, but you kind of stay stoic. It's almost like, for example, you say about something that has gone wrong within the environment or whatnot, and then you slowly watch everybody kind of take it in and something happen, and everybody being affected by it in however way that they are, and how everything kind of collapses. That's kind of what I'm seeing here, particularly with that King of Cups, because it kind of destabilizes everyone. Interesting. But it's almost like you're killing them with kindness, pile 2. So this is a blessing of truth. A kind of, wow. The moon. And there is no way you're going to know about how the outcome is going to be. Like, I wouldn't even try and think about, like, how it's going to turn out. I just watch. I just get my cup of tea and I just watch it. You know, like that Kermit character. Like, just, you know, just drinking your tea and watching everybody else spill theirs, you know. 2 of Swords again. So, yeah, there's this sense of, like, not really being able to kind of be as vocal as you would want to be. There may have been like a sense of where you wanted to actually say something, but you're just not really able to. King of Cups and King of Pentacles being clarified together. There is some stuff going down. I don't know, big revelations for pile 1 and pile 2 at the moment. Yeah, this is like some kind of like calling out. It's almost like someone is calling out the unfairness that is happening within a system or a paradigm. And it is ruffling some feathers full on. Really. It may be a unity or a relationship between 2 people that is causing like some kind of, you know, that is causing like some kind of like, I don't know, some kind of unrest. I think it's kind of, it's really unsettling for some people, really. And they might try everything that they can to make sure that nobody really can see how unsettling it is for them. How funny. Five of Swords. There we go. 5 of Swords reversed. Yeah, it's almost like the people who are not allowing themselves to be people are not allowing themselves to be defeated by certain ways of behaving or certain kind of people that are doing things in the environment. So interesting. It's like almost like managers or like a group of managers that were managing people. They were mistreating their company. This is just an example of what I'm seeing. But they were mistreating their employees. And then suddenly one of the employees has come out with a cracker, and it's something that's so pure and so good and so kind of, you know, they can't really question it, that it's kind of it's almost like the hairline crack that has caused everything to destabilize, everything. And it shows the resilience or the resiliency of the workers and about what they've had to put up with, and also how difficult it has been for them to like work together and kind of band together. But it seems like there is something about the values that have actually like maintained the company and maintained the people working there. But there's just been a real lack of being able to communicate it with anybody. And this is all coming to light. All coming to light. Wow. This is amazing. God, you know, this was only supposed to be like a quick, oh yeah, it's going to be like a quick, simple reading. I love it. Whoever I'm reading for, they got some big stuff going on. So, you know, I'm just honoured that you'd let me read with your energy. And I really hope that this helps, my loves. But again, always take this with a pinch of salt. And remember, this should only be confirmation of what you already know, not a revelation of new information. 8 of Wands, it will happen very quickly. It will all happen very quickly. Okay, I can't remember. Was this the right way? I'm going to read it that way. I things will get more in balance. And if they don't, there'll be a kind of re-establishment of what is the balance. I swear that was the other way around. But anyway, oh wow, nice. And the sun. This is going to have a really good outcome. So just like pile 1, it seems like things are going to go up the creek. But they're going to work out really well. I think, yeah, with that tower moment being like that. Wow, love it. Love it. Love a bit of a shake-up. As I said, just grab your cup of tea and just watch it all happening, pile 2. Blessings ahoy. Okay, the hourglass. Wow, time is of the essence. So it's just really important for you to act. So now, what I would say with this is that if there's something that you need to put in place, so for example, like save this company, you can see it going down or whatever, or like, you know, there are certain things, like if you need to claim in pensions or stuff like that, or do certain things within a particular time frame, I would say, like, get it all done before you can. This is probably what this is warning you about. It's saying, like, shit's going to hit the fan. So, like, kind of just make sure that you've got everything in place before it does, you know? But this is happening. This is a very good thing that it's happening. Okay, and because it's also going to happen quickly. Okay, and then just one more card from the Rainbow Brain Skull. Okay, being out of ideas is just another idea. That's really interesting. So it's almost like out of nothing comes something. Actually, and what's really interesting is that the white canvas is the idea. It is the idea that anything can happen. So I think there's very much here. Where is it that I saw it? I think you're really just going to have to just grab your cup of tea, watch what happens, and then you can make your decision on that respect. And remember, just kind of be peaceful. Remember that kind of energy of Palmarosa. Just because it isn't a rose doesn't mean anything. It's good enough, you know. So just kind of make sure you've just got your elements in place in order to kind of move forward in the coming months. But there is something very healing, very regenerative. I don't know, maybe this is the kind of energy that you provide to people in order for them to kind of keep calm in this respect. You know, there's a sense of leading by example here, I'm feeling. So anyway, pile 2, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, you take care, have a beautiful day, and I'll speak to you really soon. Bye. Pile 3, hello and welcome to your reading. So let's have a look at what is going to happen for you and the blessings that are coming to you in the next month. Cinnamon bark, oh nice. Aries, and then we also have, I think that's water. I think so. And then we also have Mars as well. Cinnamon bark. So element, no, it's actually earth. So it's the element of earth. We have the house of Aries. And then we also have Mars. And then we also have the sacral chakra, which is pleasure and intimacy. Now, it may be important for you to like soften your heart to any kind of situations that may be going on. Cinnamon is this gorgeous, like, kind of warming energy that's also really good at like controlling sweetness, and controlling, you know, us having any kind of excess. So there's something about regulation here, and using the gentle energy of cinnamon to regulate, because we've got something very powerful here in terms of an initiatory energy with the Mars and the Aries. There's very much like a drive that's going on here, but it's also this sense of like, how can we remain grounded in this space? So let's have a look at what the tarot has to say about this for your blessings for the next month. We have the Four of Wands reversed. We have the High Priestess reversed. Okay, this came out like that. So this can be like either or. So I'm going to read both. Then we've got the Queen of Cups. And then we also have the Two of Pentacles. Interesting. For those of you who are in a relationship or are dealing with something that is going on of a little bit of a tete-a-tete energy, there may be something happening there. Some of you may be dealing with someone that is quite unstable, but you kind of like them. That might be happening too. But there's almost like this sense where there isn't that stability that you can gain from this situation. If it isn't in reference to a relationship, then it's in relation maybe to a friendship or maybe to a situation where it may trigger you into a space where you feel that you are not able to keep your emotional self on a kind of grounded level. So particularly with the Two of Pentacles there as well. It's upright, so you're kind of keeping it there. Just a misprint on the card. Like you're kind of like keeping it okay. But it's difficult because this King of Swords was like that. So what I kind of sense from there, actually, I'm going to keep it like that. And I've got the space to do that, so I'll do it. Because the King of Swords is not the nicest, probably the meanest of all of the kings reversed. You know, and when the King of Swords isn't saying nice things, it's probably the most cutting and the most painful thing. It's almost like what I see here is a bit of a dysfunctional relationship where like certain people say certain things and get the other person riled up, and then it causes them to kind of like spill their emotions and their cups, and then it's very difficult to like cope. So possibly the relationship could be like up and down. The reason why I say that is because with the High Priestess, it usually, for me, I read it as kind of like quite a volatile relationship rather than a kind of like something volatile or something quite, you know, I'm just going to go in and do it. I kind of like think of the High Priestess as somebody who just goes out and is just wanting a good time rather than like, you know, wanting any kind of commitment. And that kind of thought I apply. And with the Four of Wands being reversed, which is the idea of stability and wanting some kind of like family situation, home, you know, something stable, that's kind of out the window. But there is, it's weird. It's almost like there is some kind of stability in that weirdness. But it's almost like, how long can you take it? You know, I've met like so many of my friends, like, and I think I've been in relationships like it, where, you know, you've been in a space where it can be so good when it's good, but when it's bad, you know? It's like, this is how it feels. So let's see. And no wonder Cinnamon Bark is coming in, because there's this very passionate, fiery kind of drive that's going on, but it's, you know, and this could also be to work as well. It isn't just, I'm saying this like, you know, because in reference to people, because we've got people here, you know, the courts usually represent people, but in the respect of something, you know, to do with work, it could be, you know, you could be in a work situation and, you know, it's very difficult for you to be able to like detach from the emotional side of things. You know, you find that you're being quite, it's just difficult for you to remain detached, you know. So let's have a look at this. Wow, Wheel of Fortune. So this is a destined thing that's supposed to happen. Like, yeah, absolutely, it's supposed to happen. God, it gives you a lot of grief though. Six of Wands reversed. I don't know, you know. This I don't know if this situation is like more hassle than it's worth. The Hermit. I think you're going to need time out by yourself after this whole situation, because it's pretty intense. So how are you going to like kind of work through this? Because Because it's almost like you're trying to like overcome things that are kind of provoked by the Six of Wands. And this is the thing, like there's a bit of a battle of ego that's going on here. You know, who's right? What's right? No one's right. Everybody's just doing what they're doing because they can only do what they're doing. But there's deep passion here. Deep passion. And it's not as tragic as you think it is. Like, I think sometimes when we're in a situation, we have a tendency to kind of catastrophize. It's definitely not like that. And I think that there is some kind of awareness that that is not like that. And I think when you get like the time out to really think about things and about how it's all kind of coming together, you kind of gain a bit of perspective on the situation. Ten of Wands. Okay. And the Four of Swords reversed. Okay. So you can't be passive in this situation. You need to take action. And it's going to be tiring. Like, you're not going to really have the energy to kind of, you know, you're going to have to muster up the energy from somewhere in order to kind of like push through with it. But I think this will be a really good lesson for you, it seems like. And also I would just go and sprinkle cinnamon on like everything that you eat in the next, over the next month. Cinnamon is fantastic at like kind of, in a way, burning out what's not necessary. So, okay, King of Pentacles. So, I mean, the blessing here is that something that was unstable is going to start to give you some light as to what you want. Like, it's going to give you clarity on what you want to be stable in your life, because what is happening right now ain't stable. Eight of Swords. Yeah, definitely. Clarity. Clarity is going to come as a result of this. Nice. Six of Wands. So, yeah, you're going to gain clarity, and there's going to be an opportunity for you to kind of like see the good in this situation, because it may have been pretty intense. So the message here is that you're going to get free of this situation. And you're going to find stability. Unseen forces watch over you. So you're protected. You're protected, my friends. You're protected. Just have faith. Have faith that it's going to work out. But as long as you maintain like a good sense of composure, excuse me, over the situation, there's no need to get caught up in it. The thing I'm getting from here is that like she's looking at the skull, and that's very Hamlet. To be or not to be, that is the question. Do I get involved or do I not? Do I maintain the composure of something that like, which could be of a higher perspective, or do I kind of get embroiled in it? And I think you've already made the choice, to be fair. But just remembering that and keeping that kind of like essence alive, I think may really help you. Pile 3. Okay, and to close out the reading, one of the cards from the Rainbow Brain Skull to give you some advice. You're never more than half a step away from being back in the flow. Ah, that's nice. So it's almost like you feel at times, or you can feel at times, that you are just so far away from everything. You're like, how on earth am I going to kind of get back to where I need to be? And then actually you're really not that far. You're really not that far. You can get there very easily. And I think once you have faith in yourself, like this is when it comes back to the sense of like here with this, it's not as bad as it seems, honestly. It's really not. It could be. And I hate it when people say this, like, oh, it could be worse. But in this respect, that perspective will help you greatly. And I know in comparison to some like other kind of like things that are going on, you're thinking, how on earth could it be worse? Because there are some terrible things that happen. But seriously, like, I think in this respect, and we don't have too many majors here, so it doesn't seem to me like it's like life-changing. It just seems to me like this is just people not acting very nice, or people acting a bit silly. So or people causing drama. It's drama. That's what I'm trying to say. It's drama. And it's about rising above the drama. So that's your messages, pile 3. Very interesting. Very interesting. I hope you enjoyed them. If you like them, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much for your time and energy. And I'll see you in the next reading. Take care. Bye.